Alrighty, folks, here we go. It's July 1st, Wednesday, day 107. Stay safe at home. Ron Crider, your faithful servant, reporting for duty today here in Vero Beach, Florida. Started this on 3/16, March the 16th. Actually, I started a little bit earlier than that, 107 days. It's hard to believe. Okay, headlines in the news today. Dr. Anthony Fauci testified yesterday that the U.S. could start seeing up to 100,000 infections each day if we don't start being more obedient. Currently, we are testing 40,000 a day and ticking up swiftly. Florida hospitals are flooded with partying young people, and that's growing daily, and it's growing swiftly. If you haven't seen this before, I daily report the most recent information on the COVID-19 virus, including the daily numbers for Dade County all the way up the East Coast to Melbourne and then across over to Orlando. I do this every day around 11 o'clock. It's 7:31, as you can see in the morning here when I'm putting this first segment together. There are 3 segments to this little program. And if you're watching this at 10 o'clock in the morning, you are seeing yesterday's information because the numbers don't get here until 11 or 12, and I don't get it up until 1 or 2. So there you go. I say this every day, but a lot of new people say, what's up with these old numbers, Crider? Okay, folks, don't forget to push the like button. 34 likes yesterday. I am so excited. 34 likes. Good heavens. So, okay, I have some shout-outs today. Only a few shout-outs to some of our very, very faithful people like Ann Halley, Danshaw, yep, and George Ed. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Deborah P., Heather Mason, Daniel up in New Jersey, and also don't forget the COVIDIOTS. Remember the COVIDIOTS? The COVIDIOTS are the people who won't wear masks. That's what the Europeans call us. Actually, it's the British people call us COVIDIOTS. That's thank you to Daniel and his friend down in Port St. Lucie. Give the weather report for the Treasure Coast today. A mix of clouds and sun with a slight chance of thunderstorms this afternoon. A high about 93 degrees. It's going to be really warm today. It's going to feel like it's over 100. For you boaters, the winds are west-southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour, and the chance of rain during the daytime today is about 30%. And then tonight, considerable clouds in the evening, some decrease in clouds later on. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible. The low tonight will be about 74. The winds southwest at 10 to about 5 to 10 miles per hour, and the chance of rain tonight is about 20%. Alrighty, folks, briefly in the news today, leaders in Vero Beach approved an emergency order for people to wear face masks in city facilities and ordered the city beaches and parks on the 4th of July holiday weekend to be restricted to residents only. How do you figure that out? I got to see how that works out. I mean, I hope it works out fine, and I understand the premise, but I don't know exactly how they're going to enforce it. Indian River County has a total of 686 cases of the virus between residents and non-residents and 16 deaths. 54 residents, or 8% of all cases, required hospitalization. The median age of the virus, our patients about 39 years old, just under the state average of 40. The 15 to 24 age group has the most cases in the county with 127, according to the latest data from the Florida Department of Health. COVID-19 cases across the United States increased by 46% in the week ending June the 28th compared to the previous 7 days, with a majority of rise in the West and Southwest. Once again, Dr. Fauci reportedly pointed to the lack of sufficient distance spacing in the country, urging people to avoid groups and wear masks when in a position where they might be exposed to others. We're going to continue to be in a lot of trouble, and there's going to be a lot of hurt if that does not stop, he said. And as I reported earlier, U.S. could start seeing up to 100,000 infections each day if they don't start being obedient. So the people around the United States don't start doing what they're supposed to be doing, we're going to be seeing 100,000 cases a day. You got to do what you got to do. I tell you this every day. Palm Beach County residents challenge alleged unlawful mask mandate in court yesterday. So they're taking somebody to court about these masks, and they say, we don't have to wear a mask if we don't want to, and it's against the Constitution. There's always somebody suing somebody. Oh my goodness gracious, what would we do without the lawyers? All right, if you get on an airplane, a major airline here in the United States, don't expect to get any alcohol. Most of the major airlines have banned all alcohol on their flights. And another thing, if you were thinking about traveling to Europe, Europe is set to lift the border restrictions on international travelers in July. That's the good news. But only starting with countries with low infection levels, which rules out Americans and those arriving from the United States. So I don't think you're going to be getting into Europe anytime soon. No, sir. Not going to happen. And another thing. All right, so we'll go down to the Keys. Heading to the Keys this weekend? You might want to reschedule that trip too. Vacationers may want to rethink twice about heading to the Florida Keys for the 4th of July weekend. Much of the popular island chain will be closed to help prevent the spread of this virus. Folks, just when a lot of you thought, oh, well, everything's calming down, we're all getting back to work, everything is just fine, I think you misread that information. And I don't think that maybe they made it that clear to you. I think you sort of thought, well, it's all over and everything's going to be good now. Well, nothing has changed. I say this every day. I won't continue it because I don't want to make this so long, but nothing has actually changed at all. We haven't found a cure for this. We don't have a vaccine. Nonetheless, you can still get sick, and old people like me, 79 years old, we can die pretty quickly, especially if you have pre-existing conditions, which fortunately I don't have those. Alrighty, folks, back in a flash with the numbers. Cross your fingers and hope the numbers are better today. Okay, folks, here we are, July the 1st with the numbers for today, Wednesday. We're going to start out with this top row here, row 78, and this is all of Florida, the total state of Florida. First, let's go take a look at the one that we're most concerned about, and that's the new positives, 6,563. 6,563. Yesterday, it was 6,093. Today, it's 6,563, about 500 more than it was yesterday. All righty, now let's take a look at the row here. So in the past 24 hours, they have tested 35,405. As I said, 6,563 is the new number of positive cases. And, of course, the new hospitalizations, 245. ICU beds available, 1,201 as of 12:30 today. New deaths reported, 45, and that gave the entire state of Florida a percentage rate of 8.02. That's 8.02 from the very beginning. We'll talk about this number a little bit later on when we condense it down to like 6 weeks. It's going to be in the 10s or 11s, but right now, if we look at it from the very beginning, it's 8.02. We were down under 5 for quite some time. All right, now let's take a look at Indian River County. Indian River County is row 79. They've tested 342 new cases in the past 24 hours. The new positives were 42. New hospitalizations, no new hospitalizations in Indian River County. That's Vero Beach. 11 ICU beds are available. No new deaths were reported, and the number in Indian River County is 5.10. That number has come up somewhat. Now, one thing I want to point out to you is these ICU beds available. Now, I'm getting these from Rebecca Jones's site, and those numbers haven't changed one bit since yesterday, at least none of the ones for the yellow counties over here. The number up here at the top, this 1201 number was 1207 yesterday. That's the number I have down here. It was 1207 yesterday. It's 1201 today, but none of these numbers that I'm going to show you here have changed one bit. Not sure exactly why that is, but on her site at 1230, that's what they are. Now, down in Dade County, they've tested 5,117 in the past 24 hours. New positives, 1,141. New hospitalizations in Dade, Miami, 28 new hospitalizations down there. And new deaths reported were a total of 9 deaths. Their number has popped up to 11.85. According to Rebecca Jones, they have 164 ICU beds available. In Broward County, line 81, Broward County. Broward County tested 2,797 in the past 24 hours. New positives in Broward, 531. Broward's Fort Lauderdale. 37 new hospitalizations. New ICU beds available, 82. New positives, new deaths is 2. For their number is 8.09. Let's go up to the Palm Beach County. Take a look at Palm Beach County. They've tested 1,615 in the past 24 hours. The new positives are 297. New hospitalizations are 34. ICU beds available, 98. And the new deaths reported in the Palm Beach County area, 2. Their number is now 9.86. Let's take a look at Martin County now. Martin County has tested 195 new cases in the past 24 hours. They have 57 new positives, 5 new hospitalizations. They have 24 ICU beds available and no new deaths to report, although their number has popped up to 12.42. Very bad number, horrible number. St. Lucie County, they tested 375 in the past 24 hours, 88 new positives. New hospitalizations, 5. ICU beds available, 8. New deaths to report, 1. Their number is 7.91. Let's go down to St. Lucie County. St. Lucie County is Fort Pierce. They tested 375 in the past 24 hours, 88 new positives. 88 new positives down there. New hospitalizations, 5. ICU beds available, 8, same 8 as they had yesterday. Deaths to report, only 1 new death to report down there, and their number is 7.91. And we'll go up to Brevard County. Brevard County is the Melbourne area. They've tested 1,609 in the past 24 hours. New positives, 169. New hospitalizations, only 1 new hospitalization. They have ICU beds available, 40 up there. No new deaths to report, and their number is 4.31. And then we'll go up to Orange County on line 86. That's Orlando. They tested 2,812 in the past 24 hours. New positives, 560. New hospitalizations, 8. ICU beds available, 57. New deaths to report, none. That's very good. And 7.85 is their new number. So, again, the new positives for the entire state of Florida, 6,563. Yesterday, it was 6,093. So it's gone up by about 500 points, 500 additional new positives. Now, if we take a look at all of those, 43% of the 6,563 as of today are all in these yellow counties on the left-hand side, 43%. 48% of the new hospitalizations, the 119, are over here. Less than half are over here in these left counties in the yellow. And then if we take a look at the new deaths to report, that would be 31% of those are over there. So that's a lower number than it has been in the past. So there were that would be 31.11%. So it's, as I say, it's less than way less than 50% over there. So that's really a good thing. Okay, let's take a look at some charts. Alrighty, folks, we're going to take a look at these charts as we did yesterday. Remember, I keep saying the state of Florida is positive versus testing is 8%. That's this one over here on the left-hand side. That's bottom left, 8%. And then, as we talked about, that's 8% since the beginning. And then if we go up to the upper right, you'll see this red chart where it says percent of positives for laboratory testing for 6 weeks. It shows that we're going to go back down here to May the 17th. It was 2.8%, as I said yesterday. This has not changed one bit, but it'll give you an idea. It's 9.31 as of 6/21. That's the past 6 weeks, but it's a little bit more than that now because we're into July the 1st. So you can see that it's considerably different because it's creeping up quite a bit. It did fall down here just a little bit in June the 7th, but then it started really cranking up there. That'll give you a general idea of where we're going here and where we're headed. That's the trajectory that we're in at the present time. Now let's take a look at the big chart here. USA cases, 2,638,338 total USA cases. USA deaths, 127,485. The global cases, 10,512,338, and the global deaths, 512,331. And there you have it, folks. Those are the numbers for today. Unfortunately, they have gone back up again, and we'll just take a look at tomorrow and see what's happening. But it seems like everything is on the move, and it does seem like, in summary, that it's happening with much younger people, like 18 to 24. All right, next comes the positive quotes for today. Alrighty, folks, back with a very quick quotes and sayings today. Still no pet patrol, no pets to talk about today. I'm working on it, though. I hope we'll have some new ones pretty soon. Correction does much, but encouragement does more. Correction does much, but encouragement does more. All right, so you're helping somebody out and you give them some corrections and some ideas as to how to do it. That's one thing. Better you give them the encouragement to figure it out for themselves. They're going to remember longer. I prefer encouragement than correction. Yeah, I don't like being reprimanded for things. Well done is better than well said. Well done is better than well said. And who said that? Benjamin Franklin. Good old Ben. Pessimism leads to weakness. Optimism is power. All right. Pessimism leads to weakness. Optimism is power. And this one I've used before, but I like it a whole lot. It says, attitude is a little thing that makes a big difference. Attitude is a little thing that makes a big difference. And who said that? Of course, Winston Churchill. And Winnie's back. Another appearance by Winston Churchill here on our numbers every day. And by the way, folks, I tell you this all the time, and I know you think I'm really crazy. Hallmark Christmas is here in July. If you like Hallmark programs, the Hallmark Movies and Mysteries Christmas is here in July, so crank it up, especially during the 4th of July weekend. Don't forget to send your pictures to me, roncrider@gmail.com, on your pets. Any pet is fine except a snake. We don't do snakes. And then, always be a part of the solution, never a part of the problem. Always be a part of the solution and never a part of the problem. It's very important. I say that every day and try to remember it and do it. Every time you're working on something, remember, if you're part of the problem, that's not good. Try to get on the other side of it. Please push the like button. Push the like button. Appreciate that very much. At 34 likes, I'm pretty excited about those 34 likes, and you have a very blessed Wednesday. Tomorrow's Thursday, and then we're crashing right into the 4th of July holiday weekend. Most of all of the beaches on the east coast of Florida here are pretty much all closed down, except here in Vero Beach, and only residents can go to our beaches. I want to see how they work that out. Have a great day. See you tomorrow.